Have you ever felt like English is locked inside your head? You know the words, you understand when people talk, but when it's your turn to speak, nothing comes out. Your brain freezes. You start translating in your head, and the moment is gone. Here's the truth. The problem isn't your vocabulary. It's not your grammar. The problem is that your brain hasn't learned to think in English automatically. I'm Tony from Fluent English Cafe, and today I'm going to show you how to rewire your brain so English becomes natural, automatic, and effortless. No more translating, no more freezing, just smooth, confident speaking. If you want to speak English like it's second nature, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. This is going to change how you learn. Let's dive in. Here's something most English teachers won't tell you. Fluency doesn't start in your mouth, it starts in your mind. Think about it. When you speak your native language, do you translate? Do you think about grammar rules? No, you just talk. The words flow automatically because you think in that language. But when you speak English, you're probably doing something completely different. You think in your native language first, then translate to English. That's why it feels slow and stressful. The solution? Train your brain to think in English. I'm going to give you 3 simple techniques to do this, and you can start using them today. Technique number 1, inner speech. Inner speech is that voice inside your head. Right now, as you're listening to me, you're probably having little thoughts. Maybe you're thinking, is this going to work? Or, I should try this. What language are those thoughts in? Probably your native language, right? Here's what I want you to do. Start using English for those little thoughts. When you wake up in the morning and look at the clock, instead of thinking in your language, think in English. Say to yourself, "Oh no, I'm late," or "I need coffee." When you're making breakfast, think, "I'm making eggs," or "The water is boiling." These are tiny sentences, super simple, but they're incredibly powerful. Why? Because you're connecting English directly to your real life, not through translation, but through experience. Your brain starts building new pathways. English stops being a school subject and becomes a thinking tool. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tony, this feels weird. My brain keeps going back to my language. That's completely normal. At first, your brain will resist. You'll forget words. You'll switch back to your native language. That's fine. Just gently bring yourself back to English. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice. Let me give you a quick challenge. Right now, wherever you are, describe what you're doing in English inside your head. Maybe you're thinking, "I'm listening to Tony," or "I'm sitting on the couch," or "I'm walking outside." Just one sentence, simple and clear. That's inner speech. That's training your brain. All right, technique number 2, narration. This is like inner speech, but bigger. You're going to narrate your life like you're the main character in a movie. When you're walking down the street, narrate what you see. The street is busy today. I can see people waiting for the bus. A dog is barking. When you're cooking, narrate what you're doing. I'm chopping onions. They smell strong. Now I'm adding them to the pan. When you're watching TV, narrate how you feel. This show is boring. I should watch something else. You're turning your entire life into English practice. Here's why this works. Your brain loves meaning. It loves real use. When you narrate your actual experiences, English stops feeling like homework. It feels natural. The best part? You don't need a teacher. You don't need a partner. Your life is your textbook. I do this all the time. When I'm grocery shopping, I think, I need milk. Where's the milk? Oh, it's too expensive. When I'm stuck in traffic, I think, this is taking forever. I'm going to be late. It sounds silly, but it works. Because when you finally speak English out loud, you're just saying what you've already been thinking. And if you're getting value from this right now, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps more people discover these techniques. Okay, we're halfway through. You've learned inner speech, which is thinking in English during small moments, and narration, which is describing your life as it happens. One more technique coming, and this one is a game changer for real conversations. Technique number 3, mental rehearsal. This is practicing conversations in your mind before they happen in real life. Athletes do this. Before a big game, they visualize themselves winning. Musicians do this. They imagine playing the perfect song. You can do the same thing with English. Let's say tomorrow you need to order coffee in English. Tonight, before you go to sleep, imagine the whole scene. You walk into the cafe. You see the barista. You say, "Hi, can I have a coffee, please?" They say, "Sure. What size?" You say, "Medium, please." You imagine handing them money. You imagine saying, "Thank you." You're not speaking out loud, but your brain is practicing. Here's the amazing part. Your brain doesn't clearly separate imagination from reality. When you imagine something vividly, your brain learns from it. So when the real conversation happens, it feels familiar. It feels easier. You've already done it once in your mind. Let me give you another example. Maybe you need to introduce yourself in English at work or school. Rehearse it mentally. Imagine someone asking, "What do you do?" You answer, "I'm a graphic designer," or "I'm a student," or "I work in sales." Then imagine them asking, "Oh, what kind of projects do you work on?" You answer, "I design logos and websites," or "I'm studying computer science." Run through this conversation 5 times in your head. Each time, it gets smoother. Mental rehearsal is especially powerful for reducing fear. If you're nervous about speaking English, rehearse the situation first. Your brain will feel more prepared and confident. You can do this anywhere, on the bus, in bed, while walking. You don't need anything except your imagination. Let me show you how all three techniques work together. You wake up in the morning. Inner speech. You think, I have a meeting today. You are getting ready. Narration. I'm brushing my teeth. I need to hurry. Later, you imagine the meeting. Mental rehearsal. You visualize yourself saying, Good morning, everyone. Let me share my ideas. By the time the real meeting happens, your brain has been swimming in English all day. Speaking becomes natural. Here's your homework. Pick one technique and use it every day for the next week. Start with inner speech if you want something simple. Just think small thoughts in English. Use narration if you want to build fluency. Describe what you're doing throughout the day. Try mental rehearsal if you have an important conversation coming up. Practice it in your mind first. Just one technique, that's all you need to start. Your brain will begin to rewire itself. English will stop feeling foreign. It'll start feeling automatic. Because fluency isn't about memorizing more words. It's about training your brain to live in English. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed to Fluent English Cafe. We've got more brain training techniques coming soon, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Hit that bell icon so you get notified. Also, drop a comment and tell me which technique you're going to try first. Inner speech, narration, or mental rehearsal. I want to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I'm Tony. Now go train your brain. See you next time.